All right, my Jamaican people. I want to put you guys on to something here. I know that Jamaican people have a welcoming spirit. We love to welcome people from out of town to our little village. We love to welcome strangers to our little country, right? And we kind of have a nonchalant approach when it comes to visitors. And that is one of the reasons why we are in the predicament that we are in, both financially, economically, and socially, because we're willing to give up so much and we are so appreciative of people who we think that are trying to help us. But I want to put you guys onto something here. I want to put you guys onto something here of this coronavirus. I just want to touch base with some things that are going on and point some things out to my Jamaican people, because I think that Jamaican people are not really paying attention to what's going on. We have been so dumbed down by the education system, the political system, the religious system, and all the various systems that we have that are working against us. People, we need to wake up to what is going on. These people that we have around us as our leaders, as our politicians, as our pastors, and so on and so forth, they have sold us out. They have sold us out, and we won't even notice it. Now, I have a video that I want to show. We're going to go through those videos, and I want to point some things out to you about what's going on as far as this fake pandemic is concerned. Okay, let's take a look at this video right here. This is a Gleaner, and they're talking about Cuban doctors coming into the country. Guys, I want to put you in on something here. Pay attention to these foreign doctors that they have coming into the country. Pay attention, especially those doctors that are coming in here from Cuba and where else? China, or wherever they come from. Pay attention. Because during the pandemic, so-called in New York City, most of the doctors and so-called nurses that they had working in New York City weren't actually from New York. Those were doctors that they brought in from other countries and from other states. So you could have someone working in a hospital, and you can call that person working in a hospital and be like, hey, how is the COVID situation? And what they will tell you is that they are on specific floors, and it's only with people with specific clearances and specific doctors that are working with those patients. Guys, they're bringing in their own people into various situations. Don't be lost on this Cuba thing. Cuba is a high up there country as far as the secret world government is concerned. You have to pay attention to Cuba. Now, here's a video that I am going to show of Cuban doctors coming into Jamaica. No, I think they came into Jamaica even before a case was announced. Pay attention and listen very carefully. Let me start over. Let me start. Listen. Did you hear that? Listen. So the lady said the country has been told. Guys, they have been told to brace. Who is telling them this? Who is telling them this? Now, also pay attention to this Cuban flag right here. This Cuban flag right here is not something to play with. This is an incredibly occultic flag right here. So here you can see there's a triangle right here, or a two-dimensional pyramid, and it has the one eye in the form of the star. And guys, in the Bible, it tells us that Lucifer fell like a star, or the fallen angels, that's what they call fallen angels, they fell like stars, right? Take a look at this right here. I want to show you. This is not something to mess with. Here is an image of a Baphomet star. If you guys, so here is the Baphomet star. You see right here? It's the 5-pointed star. The 5-pointed star is the Baphomet star. When you see a Baphomet star like this, for example, when they're doing witchcraft, they put lights on each end of these, and they sacrifice people sometimes in these Baphomet stars right here. They put their sacrifice inside the center. So if you see people driving around with a circle and a 5-pointed star in the middle, most likely they are Wiccans or some form of devil worship, satanic people. So pay attention. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to show you a picture of the Baphomet. The Baphomet is a creature that the Freemasons worship. Okay? Let me find images of the Baphomet. Let's look at some images of the Baphomet. Guys, we have to wake up and pay attention to what's going on right here. They're setting a trap for us. Here's the Baphomet right here, guys. Here's the Baphomet right here. You can see the 5-pointed star in the middle of it. And you can see here's the horns right here. The Baphomet is an androgynous being, right? The Baphomet is a man, a woman, and all kind of mix-up creatures. That is the kind of creature they are trying to create, turn us into when they give us these vaccines, the chemicals they spray in the air, the chemicals they put in the water, the chemicals they put in the food. They worship this creature right here. And don't get it twisted. Every country in this world is involved in the worship of this mythical creature. You will see the signs and their symbols everywhere. For example, on the hand right here, you see the number, the peace sign or whatever. You will see people doing these various peace signs, and people just do it and they don't know where it comes from. It comes from the Baphomet. It's a sign of the horns right here. This 2-finger here. You see the Jamaica Labour Party, they use the peace sign or the 2-finger point or whatever, the victory sign, whatever you want to call it. It's Baphomet worship. Now, you can see on this creature right here, you see the rod and you see the snakes going around it, right? This here is highly occultic because this here is showing a number of things. It makes the number 8, as you can see right here. And you can see there's a rod right here for supposedly penis. But this could very well easily be interpreted. Oh, by the way, in America, they use this symbol as the symbol for healthcare. The rod and the snake. Because it supposedly go with what Moses used, that rod, and they had that snake crawling up it, and when people got injured, they would pray to it. Guys, this is occultic right here. This sign right here. Don't get this twisted right here. Right? And I also believe that this could also be the double helix bond. Right? As far as our DNA is concerned. These people are wicked. And you can see here, this is a man right here. And in some images, you can see it looks like it has breasts. And you can see where they have children. They have children looking up to this creature. They are after our children. They are after our children. And this creature here is sometimes represented in different ways. It's also represented as the Moloch. If you look up Moloch, in the Bible, it talks about Moloch, how they would sacrifice their children to Moloch, the fire, right? Right here. This is Moloch right here. It's the same horned creature. You see these signs here on the Moloch. This is kind of like the victory sign, or the popes do it, and all of those people. If you look inside here, there's an opening where they will have a fire, and they would have drummers drumming while people would sacrifice their children to Moloch. And you can see here it's a horned creature, right? And it also looked like it has human features, right, with the hands and a dress or whatever this is. Guys, the people who run this world worship these creatures secretly, and they want to take us down with them. Now, let's go back over here and take a look at the what's going on. Let's restart this.
The country has been told to brace for what's expected to be an increase in confirmed COVID cases in the weeks ahead.
So the Jamaican government was told to be ready for confirmed cases to come in the weeks ahead. And this is, guys, they're bringing in Cuban doctors to deal with those cases, so to speak.
Frontline response, 140 medical professionals from Cuba arrived on the island on Saturday. It's understood that the medical team includes specialist nurses and doctors.
By the way, pay attention to the masks that they're wearing. You know, this is like some piece of cloth they had covering their face. Do you think that if there's really a contagious virus or anything like that, that these things they have on their faces can stop anything? No, this is to conceal their identity. This is a prop right here. Look at him. He's not wearing a mask or anything, right? I guess he's like an accountant or some businessman, but he's supposedly a doctor title, right? Guys, these people are fraud. These people worship the devil.
And the Cuban ambassador to Jamaica. In a series of posts on Twitter, Dr. Topton explained that the health professionals will be quarantined for 14 days.
Okay, so the health professionals he's saying here. What's on my mouse? Guys, so you're saying here that the health professionals will be quarantined for 14 days. Will he be quarantined for 14 days? Because whatever everyone in here is breathing the same air right now. So will he be quarantined for 14 days?
He thanked the government and the people of Cuba for responding to the appeal for help as the country moves to strengthen its frontline team, who attended to an expected increase in patients needing treatment at public health.
Here is this. This is the same as the American flag, guys. Red, white, and blue. This gives you the purple. Red and blue gives you the purple. And they give you the Baphomet star right here. This is who they worship. This is the same one eye that's on the American dollar bill.
Facilities. The government also appears to be exploring other avenues to boost its human resource capacity in the public health system. The Ministry of Health and
You see everything.
for medical students, as well as retired
Oh, it's not pausing.
the National Emergency Operations Center. Meanwhile, over in Portland, the political representatives are reporting significant progress in getting the court.
Let me go back here for a minute. Guys, every time we look, this symbol here is in the center of the screen. It's the center of focus. And if you notice, he's always standing to the side so we can see here. This is what they worship. Cuba is very, very important on the global pyramid per se, if you want to say it like that. They're very, very important because they play this kind of anti-bully kind of persona, right? So they're going all over the world supposedly helping all these people struggling. Pay attention to this Cuba.
Presented nurses to assist in the National Emergency Operations Center. Meanwhile, over in Portland, the political representatives are reporting significant progress in getting the Port Antonio Hospital ready to deal with persons affected by the virus. There's no one in closed area for triaging suspected cases. The MP for East Portland, Anne-Marie Barr, says the private quarters was needed to...
Who are these people who are running Jamaica? Look at these people who are running Jamaica, guys. The country is 90% black. And look at these people who are running Jamaica. This is why we're in the problem that we're in. Unbelievable.
prevent a stigma. The inside is now properly set up for this to be the first testing area when the patients come to find out whether they have it or not. So we want it to separate the patients who come in specifically to be tested for the virus from the main hospital. So this is the first testing area. All set up now and private so that people can come up here without being fear of anyone seeing them. CMP for Western Portland said he was pleased that he was able to an agreement which would meet the transportation needs of workers at the hospital. His attendant said the intervention was welcomed.
So whoever they don't want to carry us, as long as we do our uniform, we have to carry change up to us. So we're glad that we get the bus so we can come to work early and leave on time.
Minister Val said he was satisfied that the hospital in Portland was prepared and that residents were taking the threat of the virus seriously.
I'm pleased with the seriousness in which the people of Portland are taking it. I'm satisfied that the bars and the spaces are closed and that people are remaining at home as best as possible.
So you're telling these people to give up their business and stay home and hide while these, I don't want to cuss right now, while these effers are out here enjoying life and working, and telling these people to close their little mom and pop stores and stay home and starve.
Remind them to be responsible and to think about one another.
Minister Val says he's working to ensure that the transportation needs of health workers in all the parishes are met.
What you're allowing them is to work without having to have additional stress, but most importantly to separate the health workers from the traveling public. I think that is critical. And as I said before, this initiative, I'm going to champion it on behalf of the government, working with Minister Tufton and the ministry to make sure that in the shortest possible time we have a public-private partnership that will allow for all the public health workers.
Guys, we cannot put our guards down on these people. Don't be surprised if some of these Cuban doctors and doctors from China or wherever in the world they may come from coming into Jamaica. Don't be surprised if they're not even doctors. Okay? Don't be surprised. We cannot afford to put our guards down. These people that run this world, they hate the poor. And especially if you're poor and you're black, they hate you even more. You are their enemy. Okay? We have to wake up to what is going on. Jamaica, we have to wake up. Don't take this thing lightly. There is no pandemic. Let me repeat, there is no pandemic. They are planning to get rid of us. They're planning to get rid of us. Take a look at this, guys. So in Nigeria, apparently some doctors from China came into, let me repeat that. I can't even say doctor. Apparently some people from China, some Chinese came into Nigeria, and the Nigerian government was told that they are doctors. Take a listen.
Chorus of questions heralded the arrival of the Chinese doctors in Nigeria on April the 9th, while the restriction of flights into the country was enforced.
So on April the 9th or whenever, middle of April, they had a restriction on Chinese coming into Nigeria. So I guess the Chinese government tricked the Nigerian government or some official by saying that these Chinese coming in are doctors, and then listen to what happened.
Approval of their presence seemingly stamped by the Minister of Health, Dr. Osagie Hanire, who received them in person at the Nambia Zikwe International Airport, Abuja.
And in the most difficult stage of economic crisis,
You can see here that this guy here is sojourn of Chinese doctors in Nigeria causes controversy. Who is this guy?
against the COVID-19, we received some
This is a Chinese ambassador. Here, guys. This is a Chinese ambassador to Nigeria.
support of all needs from Nigeria. It's time
Guys, these people here, these Chinese and whatever, you think those Europeans and white Americans are racist? These Chinese are even worse because they see themselves as being equal to or second to white Europeans. Okay? So I can't even imagine the disdain that these people have for these Africans or black people in general, because they see us as being less than them.
for us to reciprocate the benefit and the cabinet.
case? Why the secrecy now on their whereabouts?
See? They can't find them. They can't find them.
That was one of the other contradictions highlighted by questions from the media and the briefing about the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19.
I'd like to know the whereabouts of the Chinese doctors. Yes.
Do you hear that? He asked the Nigerian official, where is the whereabout of these Nigerian doctors? Guys, I'm going to point something out to you here. Do you see this figure right here? This is highly satanic right here. This is the eagle, and the eagle is just a euphemism for the phoenix. This is a euphemism for the devil right here. It's the phoenix is always rising right here. So this, guys, they control every country. The devil people are in control of every country on earth, and their enemy is the poor. No matter what country you are in, if you are poor, you are the enemy.
I'd like to know where they are now. Where are they operating from?
Well, I want to explain first of all that I think not all of them were doctors.
Did you hear that? Not all of them are doctors. Okay, this is crazy.
And I think that I heard that there are some of them are technicians, but they are staff of CCCC. The Ministry of Health is not their host, so we can't always explain what happened to them or where they are. There seems to be a lot of interest in these doctors, but they are the staff of the company, and I think they are on the company visa. So I'm very happy if you don't ask me about where they are, because they're not really guests.
So you hear that? Do you hear that? So the Nigerian government knows where they are, but they're not telling the people.
Apparently, the Chinese team is made up of doctors, nurses, and laboratory technicians, who also had to undergo a 14-day quarantine period, after which their whereabouts are unknown, which begs the question, where are they now? The truth is, the Chinese doctors' whereabouts and what they're doing now is not really unknown. It's known by them and those who let them into the country. And the Ministry of Health's non-disclosure of their location merely stokes the flame of uncertainty that was needlessly ignited in the first place. Unbelievable. Channels Television.
Unbelievable, guys. I just want to bring that out today. I'm gonna just, make more videos. Hopefully I get better at making live videos like this. But I want to do more news broadcasts and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's all I have for right now. Thank you and have a good day.